Right now, it's a little chilly outside. Welcome back, and let's get to the subject for today. Consequently, we'll talk about pheromones in relation to retention. Therefore, you must realize that everything we're about to say is genuinely based on our own experience. Additionally, there isn't much research on pheromones, which many people have and which we firmly believe to be a very real phenomenon. Query anyone who has experienced retention, and they'll admit that to some extent their body may smell or appear differently. Simply put, when we simply maintain them, we have a number of signs that alter how we feel, look, and smell. The issue with the males or whoever is conducting these studies is that they are basically making assertions from a location that doesn't fully study the situation, since they have no knowledge of retention or this lifestyle. The issue is that they have a very limited perspective, which will produce limited outcomes. However, if you ask the brothers, just like you did with our brothers, what they believe, they frequently will respond in the affirmative, and we totally concur with them. We suggest that you study the animal kingdom. You consider the general appearance and smell of animals. Additionally, pheromones and other odors have a big impact on how things reproduce. The animal kingdom has a theme of reproductive fairness, and we are no different. Simply put, the issue arises when the guy keeps releasing his sperm but never allows it to fully develop. He never allows it to go past 30, 60, or 90 days. The fact that most men are unable to achieve it is what makes us unique and the source of our many superhero claims. We're doing something that the modern man would find extremely challenging, but this is precisely the reason he has trouble with dating and mating in this area of his life. However, as we've previously stated, most of this just comes down to letting your body do what it wants to do and when it does best. Do you truly believe that evolution and the existence of humans through thousands of years and countless generations are merely a coincidence? No. Since the advent of technology, only males have developed the bad habit of watching this kind of videography to numb themselves and release them, so depriving themselves of all that makes them attractive. All that qualifies them as partners is that. Therefore, simply regaining that power should be enough to excite and motivate you to take action. Simply consider your feelings. You can verify it for yourself if you don't believe us. So when it comes to pheromones, we came across this fascinating topic where bulls aren't allowed to be around females because if they are, they will release way too much. The issue with releasing way too many bulls with females is that it actually lowers the chance of breeding in the future, so you actually have to let bulls be around females. Male cows keep their ripe seed for roughly a month so that there is a better chance they will reproduce and pass it on to the following generation. In a similar vein, we kind of need to allow things to develop within ourselves in order for our sperm to develop and for us to access the animal side of ourselves, so that women can instinctively see and smell these tiny changes that we are unaware of, but are designed and built to notice. There are things happening even if you can't see them or smell them because they are there. Although there are many processes taking place that we cannot see, in general, you need to allow yourself to reach your reproductive peak. You've probably been down here with every other male because of the lifestyle you've been living. Men who have the discipline to see retention through and allow their semen to mature are few and far between. Therefore, when it comes to the contrary, they will likely receive a particular response. The other side notices this because, as we previously stated, they are hardwired to desire reproduction with males who take the time and have the integrity to release just moderate amounts of information. Pheromones are thus simply one way that you start to change physiologically as you start to retain them. Your appearance changes, your tone and confidence radiate and permeate to other people in ways that, as we stated, you won't be able to tell yourself about, but other people around you will notice. Your voice affects even the tiniest details of yourself and your body. You have a deep voice because you are approaching your reproductive peak, which is also a biological marker of a suitable match. There are other factors at play besides pheromones, but as that is the subject of today's film, we did look at a related study. Please don't criticize us if we don't cite these studies. All we're trying to do is casually share them with you. As a result, one was completed. The scientists basically gathered women's tears from crying while viewing sad movies and gave them to the men, who then smelled them. They had no idea what they were smelling, but they were only curious to see how they would react. And lo and behold, that shut them off. It was essentially signaling to the male, hey, now is not a good time to procreate, because men's testosterone levels dropped and their levels of arousal increased. His body already recognized that the unidentified material he was smelling was sorrowful tears. He didn't even need to know the context of what it was. We therefore believe that just as pheromones and smells have the power to turn a person off, pheromones, smells, and olfactory sense must also have the power to turn a person on. But at that point, the distance between okay, the science and the raw facts indicate, and what pheromones aren't true, starts to close. Do humans possess that, or have you ever tried it in a private setting? We have no idea how you would experiment with that. perhaps you would use your imagination and try it out on your own. We belong to a group that believes this to be highly true, that resembles a human body part. We are very intelligent creatures that can use all of our senses to understand the context of another person on a variety of levels. We are incredibly intelligent, and as we have previously stated, just because you can't see it, smell it, or imagine it doesn't imply that it isn't there. It's very accurate, and we're not trying to convert you or sound woo-like. We're simply stating that there's a lot more to life than what modern science says is truly okay. We hope this has given you some food for thought, and we urge you to give it a try for 30 days. There is much more to retention than merely retaining. Obviously, this attracts more ladies, but this is a really fascinating beginning, and we want to pique your interest further. We want to start you thinking about how this works before you see the video. We watch these videos and investigate these issues because they're fascinating and because we're all still learning together. We're here with you and sharing this gem with you because, excuse us, we want something. We want to understand the mysticism. We're eager to see you in the upcoming video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We wish you much love and serenity.